watching this video. I'm Joy. I will be guiding you through a 60-minute flow class. Today in particular, we're going to be focusing on some standing balancing poses and just so it helps us to focus, stay present, and notice what's going on, in that mind-body breath connection. So I hope you enjoy. Let's start in child's pose today. And you can bring your knees to touch, or you can bring your knees as wide as your sticky mat. You can also slide your block under the forehead. Just stretch your arms here, relax your fingers, take a few cleansing breaths. So inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Final one, big breath in, audible exhale. And then shift yourself into your tabletop here. So bring the shoulders over wrists, knees under hips. And let's start to warm up the spine, the shoulders. So as you inhale, you arch your spine, lift your gaze if that feels comfortable. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine. Inhale. Exhale. We have a few more rounds here. And I invite you to start to move like you, so move a little bit more organically here. You can start to draw circles with the hips. You can bend your elbows. You can press back into child's pose. Whatever you do, just find your rhythm. Set the rhythm that best serves you today. And then find a neutral spine. I want you to hover your knees about 2 to 3 inches off your mat. So the toes are tucked under, your belly draws in, you're pressing through the hands as you fan your fingers nice and wide. Wake up your arms, keep your neck nice and long. Breathe. We're here for 3, 2, 1, downward dog. Feel free to invite movement into the legs as you paddle your feet. You can even shake your head yes and no. Open and close your mouth. As you use this opportunity to fully arrive into your body, on your mat. A couple more breaths here. And then start to walk towards the top of your mat. Press your hands on your shins, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to bow. One more time, breathe in, lengthen. And breathe out, fold. One final time, inhale. Exhale. Bend your knees generously. Roll your spine so you come all the way up to stand. Inhale, circle the arms. Bring your palms to touch. Draw the hands to the heart. You're going to start to move through some sun salutations so we can start to warm up the body, build some heat. Inhale, grow tall, stretch. Exhale, flat back, fold. Inhale, lengthen, create space. Exhale, step back to your plank. Take another breath. At the top of your push-up, you can bring your knees down first. Hug the elbows in, lower down. Loop the shoulders, inhale, baby cobra. Wake up your legs. And release. downward dog. So moving into some sun salutations A here, Surya Namaskara A. So as always, I like to remind y'all, you can modify your flow, right? So you can bring your knees down to the ground and lower down. You can do knees, chest, and chin. That's also another variation. And to press back to your downward dog, you can come to the knees first or to your child's pose. Or for more challenge, you tuck the toes, press in one piece into a top of a push-up, downward dog. So see where you are today. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, bow. Root to rise. Arms reach. Breathe in. As you breathe out, fold right away. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back. Plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Take your hands wide. Lift your elbows to the sky for a spider cobra. Now, really press the tops of your feet. Here, slide your shoulders down. Pull the navel towards the spine. One more breath in. Exhale, fold, release. Downward dog. We're taking a couple breaths here in stillness to always, take the opportunity to reconnect to breath, to intention. Last one, bend your knees, look forward. Make your way to the top of your mat. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands. You can step or jump to move like you flow, or skip. You can take an extra breath in your back bend. Our destination is downward dog. So always remember to be kind to yourself, to listen to your body. That's why we want to be able to let go of external distractions, right? So you tune in with the body, with the breath. We're gonna raise the right leg, step your right foot forward. Take your knee to the ground. Inhale, sweep your arms for a low lunge. Anjaneyasana. Your right hand is gonna grab your left wrist. Take a breath in. Exhale, reach up and over to the right. Just adding a little bit of a side stretch, side opening here. One more breath. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, frame your foot, slide your hips back. Just gonna take a couple breaths here, opening the hamstring. Curl the toes towards the shin, keep that soft bend on your knee, and allow the spine to get long. Inhale, rebend your knees, step back, downward dog. Bridge your left leg high. Step your left foot forward, knee over ankle. Come to your low lunge. Reach your arms up, square off the hips, left hand, right wrist, reach up and over. Another mindful breath. Come back to center. Frame your left foot. Slide your hips back. Extend through that left leg, friends. You may notice that one side feels way more open and relaxed. If that's the case with you, bring even more awareness, right, to the area where you feel discomfort, where you feel resistance. And use your breath to assist you here, to create space, to soften. Inhale, rebend your left knee. Step back to your plank. You can take your flow, or you can press back to downward dog. Raise your right leg. Step your right foot forward. Knee comes down to the floor. Inhale, sweep the arms. So we were here not too long ago. This shape is familiar to you. So meet the pose where you left off. And then open twist to your right. Extend your arms sideways, about shoulder level. And start to work shifting your gaze towards that right hand. Keep drawing the navel in. One more breath. Inhale, reach both arms high. Exhale, curl the back toes under, find standing splits. So raise your left leg about hip height. It doesn't have to be crazy high, but really bring awareness now to your standing leg. And then step your left foot to meet your right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Hands to the heart center. Again, breathe in. And breathe out, fold. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step your right foot back. Take your knee down to the ground. Inhale, raise your arms, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, open twist to your left. Keep squaring the hips, engaging where it's necessary, soften where you can. Open a little bit more, gaze back. Come back to center. And then exhale, frame your foot. Curl the back toes, standing splits. Just a couple of breaths here. Let the torso drape over that standing leg. The crown of the head reaches towards the floor. Step your right foot to meet your left. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands down to the earth. Breathe in to lengthen. Breathe out, plant your hands. Step or jump, move like you. If you want to flow, or you can always skip and preserve your energy. Raise your right leg, step your right foot forward. Now stay on the ball of your back foot if that's available to you today. Otherwise your knee can come down to the ground, or you can plant your back heel. Now start to come to the fingertips, maybe you even use blocks. Square off your hips, and now plug your shoulders, hover the fingertips. Keep that long line from your neck all the way to your tailbone, and then slowly come all the way up. High lunge, crescent lunge. Take another big breath here. Exhale, open twist to your right. Option here to flip your left palm and reach up and back. Back to center. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, back to that standing splits, my friends. So as you meet this pose again, notice what you can find that's new here. Whether maybe you start to take a bind, you can wrap your right hand behind your ankle, maybe wrap both hands, or maybe your work is just to walk the hands back a little bit more towards your toes. Take another breath here. And step back into downward dog. 3 breaths here. Slow down the breath. Ground yourself. And take your left leg high. Step your left foot forward. Square off your hips. Tone the back leg. Pull the belly in. Just hover the fingers first. And then slowly, when you feel ready, you can just rise for your high lunge. Reach your arms up, brighten the fingers, offer your pose. Take another big breath in. Exhale, open twist. So remember, we did this down on our knee, so we didn't have to worry about balancing. So the body, knows what's supposed to do. Flip your right palm, reach up and back. Remember to keep bending your left knee, but keep the back leg strong. One more. Back to center slowly. Take an inhale. Exhale, find your standing splits. Try to move with grace as you transition. Again, maybe you try to explore taking a half bind or a full bind. Try to not crunch that neck or grip too much. Last one, raise that back leg another inch. Step your right foot back. You can step back into a plank and flow, or you can just press back to downward dog. Always remember, if you're dealing with an injury, or if you come to your mat very depleted, very tired, sometimes it's best to just skip some of the flows and just stay in stillness. Pause, observe. All right, we're gonna add a little bit more here. So take your right leg high, step your right foot forward. Inhale, rise, high lunge. Exhale, open twist. Flip your left palm, reach up and back. Take another big breath here. Come back to center. Take your hands to the heart, or you can extend your arms out to the side. We're gonna go into a warrior 3. So take a breath in. As you exhale, shift your weight forward to your warrior 3. Remember, your hands can always come down to the floor or to blocks, but keep your torso nice and long. Standing legs strong, lift your heart. Soften the shoulders, trust yourself. Remember, stay present. It takes focus, discipline. Another breath here. Come back to your high lunge, inhale. Flow, exhale. How's your breath? Take another inhale through the nose. Relax a bit more as you exhale. Raise your left leg high. Step your left foot forward. On your next inhalation, rise, high lunge. As you exhale again, open twist, flip your right palm, reach up and back. We have a couple breaths here. Allow the breath to expand. Raise both arms, inhale, exhale, pull the energy to the heart center. Moving into our warrior three. Breathe in and breathe out. Take that leap of faith and raise your back leg. Keeping that standing leg very strong. Both hip points face the floor. Just one more breath here. Mindfully, gracefully come back to your high lunge. Breathe in and breathe out. Move like you, or find a resting pose. Let's take a child's pose just for a moment, or you can sit on your heels here to just take a moment to pause, to observe. Yoga is about intention, about presence, awareness, discipline, but most importantly, to heal, right? It's a healing journey. All right, if you feel ready, come back to your downward dog. I'm just gonna add a little bit more here. We're gonna raise the right leg, step your right foot forward. Inhale, rise, high lunge. Exhale, open twist. Flip your left palm, reach up and back, inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Now we're gonna move that back leg. So again, make sure you're engaging, keep the shoulders over the hips. So we're gonna inhale with the arms nice and straight. As we exhale, cactus the arms and bring the left knee down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades 2 more times. Feel that left quad here working. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Back to warrior 3. Take your hands to the heart, not the heart center, to the floor, standing splits. Maybe take a bind here, friends. Maybe even go into a handstand. Curtsy, cross your left leg behind. Stay on the ball of the back foot. You bend your knees deeply. Raise your right arm. Inhale, rise. one-legged mountain. So yes, we're balancing a lot today. From here, just cross your left ankle on top of your right leg, and then slowly start to sit on your figure four. Just adding a little bit of the outer hip stretch here. Two more. Breathe in through the nose. If you're building too much heat, exhale through the mouth. And slowly release. Shake it out those legs. Come back to center. Inhale. Stretch, get long. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out. You know what to do. Remember, you can always pause into a plank here. And then press back to your downward dog. Inhale, raise your left leg. Step your left foot forward. Rise, warrior, not warrior one, high lunge. Sorry, I'm switching everything up today. And then open twist to your left. Flip your right palm, reach up and back, just one breath. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, cactus your arms. Lower the back knee. Inhale. Exhale. Find your drishti, your focal point. Stay in your body. Stay present. Stay with your breath. Last one. Good. Warrior. Warrior three. Tone both legs. Hands to the floor, standing splits. Curtsy. Raise your left arm, peel the chest open. Inhale, rise one-legged mountain. Draw your right knee with you. Cross your right ankle on top of the left leg, right above the knee. And then find figure four. Two more breaths, find sensation. Breathe, find stillness. And slowly release. All right, thank yourself for your efforts, for showing up today, for doing the work, right? It requires a lot of effort. So we're gonna finalize here with one of, in my opinion, like the very basic, like foundation for grounding from finding balance, which is tree pose. So it's a very simple pose, but yet requires a lot of, presence, a lot of awareness. So transfer the weight to your right foot, open your left knee wide. You can always be here today, just stay here with your big toe on the floor. Otherwise, move your foot a little bit higher, just right below the knee. Otherwise, you can use your hand to assist and bring your foot all the way up. Bring your hands to the heart center, lift your chest. I like to look at the horizon or slightly where the wall meets the ceiling. Now make sure everything, below the waistline is nice and tight. Draw the belly in and relax. Everything up there, the upper body soft and easy. You can grow your tree and grow your branches here, reaching your arms towards the ceiling. Maybe you try to close your eyes for a couple breaths, see what happens. Keep pressing your foot into your leg into your foot. And then bring your hands to touch and release. Good work. This is something that you can do, you know, at home any time of the day, just like with your breath work. You can just, you know, sit or maybe do a little walking meditation and just, you know, breathing with awareness. The same thing, sometimes I feel unbalanced and I just take a few deep breaths. I root myself down and then do a little tree pose to bring me back to the present moment. So again, tone those legs, find your balance. The wall, a chair is always available to you as well. Then last 2 breaths, again, you can maybe raise your arms, lift your gaze slightly. Make sure those shoulders are not following. Bring your palms to touch, draw the hands to the heart center. Close your eyes for a moment, stay nice and tall. Just take note of the quality of your breath, your thoughts, your balance, your energy. And then let's start, you know, our cool down. Just come down to the ground here. Let's open the legs nice and wide as they go. Remember, try not to force something that becomes so uncomfortable that you cannot breathe or, you know, stay present. So for those of you with really tight hamstrings, you can always slide a block under each knee, or you can roll a little blanket or towel. I'm feeling pretty tight today. I already feel the stretch in my legs and my low back, so I'm just gonna move slow here with my breath. So you can start to keep your arms nice and straight and start to walk the hands in front of you. Avoid rounding the spine in order to walk the hands forward. So remember, the moment you notice the mid-back rounding, that's where you want to stop. Close your eyes. So you can run a quick scan here. Notice which areas of your body feels the most tension, resistance. Now come back to your breath and allow your breath to move into those areas of your body. Remember, some of you may be already on your forearms, or maybe even with your forehead on the ground, and that's all good. If you're not there yet, that's okay. You may never get to that point, and it's fine, right? So work with what's available to you, my friends. I always like to remind myself that when things get, you know, a little crazy, a little stressful, chaotic, it's not really any crazy pose, getting upside down or balancing on my hands that will actually help me. It's my breath. It's that awareness, the willingness to be able to pause and just, you know, face the challenges. How can you soften a little bit more here? Relax a little bit more. And then slowly, if you feel ready, just start to walk the hands back. For some of you, you know, this might be really uncomfortable. Close your legs And then windshield wipe the legs here, just relax. All right, now we're gonna add a little bit of a seated twist here. So two options, you can keep the left leg nice and straight. This is usually nice when you have problems with your knees. You know, your knees are just very sensitive. Cross your right leg over the left. Make sure you have roughly ankle to knee alignment. So if you're extending that bottom leg, make sure you're flexing your toes and you sit nice and tall no matter what. Otherwise, you can wrap your left heel around so the heel hugs in towards your hip. This is too intense on my knee today, so I'm just gonna stick with the, simple variation of this twist. Take your right hand behind your back so your palm can be flat on the ground. Some of you may be on the fingertips or even using a block. So think as if of your arm as like a second spine, so it helps you to really lift instead of leaning back when you twist. Now reach your arm high, hold your elbow outside your leg and twist. So stay active here through your twist. Use your inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist a little bit more. So I'm really pressing my elbow into my leg. Relax the right shoulder as well. So if some of you may need to bend your elbow a little bit. One more breath. And take a counter twist here. So just twist to the opposite direction. And release. All right, we're gonna switch sides. So again, root down. Make sure those sits bones are heavy on the ground. Sit tall. Take your left hand behind your back. Inhale, raise your right arm. Exhale, twist. Three more breaths. And slowly release. Take your counter twist. And release. All right. We are going to take a tabletop, reverse tabletops or outer pose. So plant your hands behind you. Fingers point towards your sits bones. Hands are roughly shoulder width or a little bit wider. Now bend your knees. First, just stack your knees over your ankles and then press your hips up towards the ceiling. You can engage here your neck and just look up towards the ceiling. Some of you may like to gaze back. Press through your palms, keep breathing. Pull the belly in. And then slowly release. Extend your legs, rock the hips back. Take an inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, heart lead the way. So again, remember, we want to try to avoid this rounding, and it's more pressing forward, leading with your heart. So that may mean that today you just walk your hand little by little here, and that's okay. Again, feel free to bend your knees generously, and remember friends, every time it's gonna feel different, right? So yesterday I was folding, it was like literally melting over my legs, and today I just feel tight. I feel my legs, I feel my low back, so I'm gonna just work with what I have today at this moment. Remember that less is more. 2 more mindful breaths here. And slowly release. All right, come down to your backs. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock a little bit from side to side. Take a moment. You can even take a happy baby if you wish. Otherwise, just wrap those forearms around your shins. Draw your forehead to your knees. Say something kind to yourself, and then just, extend your arms and legs coming to Shavasana. Your final relaxation, the most important pose, all your breath or your hard work leading you up to this moment. The moment where you allow yourself to just relax, to just be, and to just receive the beautiful gifts of yoga. So take a moment to slow down the breath, come back to your natural breath, relax your arms, relax your legs, close your eyes, soften the lips, and just remember that all is well. Thank you so much for watching this video and joining me on your mat today. May you have peace, may you be happy, may you be free. From my heart to yours, namaste.